given what has been happening over the past several weeks, or actually days, no? Do you think her re-election bid needs saving?
Again, the disclaimer was the first, no? I have nothing to do with the campaign. But having said that, if I was part of the campaign, definitely I would be in panic mode. Definitely I would be reassessing. Definitely magre-refocus at repivot ako dahil ang survey, sunod-sunod na survey, trajectory ang sinusukat natin dito. Rate of change. Para sa mga nerds dyan, delta po ang sinusukat ng surveys dahil ang survey ay isang snapshot in time. Ano bang nasan ka ba when the time of the survey was taken, ano ang sentiment sa ng tao. Pero kung maraming surveys na yan taken over a period of time, in this case ang huling lumabas was December to March. Medyo mahaba na ho yan. At ang delta ni Senator Amy, the rate of her change is declining. And not only is it declining, it's, well, for lack of a better word, it's falling like a stone. Free fall siya, medyo nag-free fall siya, nagsa-spiral. And it's doubly worrisome dahil isipin mo lahat ng incumbencies ni Senator Amy. What do I mean by incumbencies? Lahat ng mga plus or pro factors na tanyag, na inherited niya. Kapatid siya ng Pangulo. Kasama siya sa administration slate. Dati, in a foregone time, she was seen as an ally of the Dutertes. She herself was a rock star. In fact, there was a time shortly before the last elections, nag-cover siya ng ilang magazines. Her perception was growing. A lot of people were even saying she was the more qualified Marcos. Dapat yun ang Marcos na tumakbo. If you remember that period in time in the Philippines. So now, her reputation has taken a massive hit. So yes, it needs saving. At tagilid sa re-election bid, medyo tumatagilid na po, medyo nagsaslant. So kailangan ituwid.
Okay, pero ano yung mga factors na nakikita mo kung bakit napunta siya sa ganitong situation?
Well, it's very, very well discussed. Medyo gas-gas na nga in some ways, no? Kasalanan ninyo ni Senator Edu yan, na talagang you've hammered on to this point until you've rubbed the point of its shingles. Yung pamamangka sa dalawang ilog. Yan, si Pontius. So, alam mo, Poncho Isguera, ang nangyari kasi dyan ganito. Yung very colloquial term ni Senator Edu na namamangka sa dalawang ilog that some analysts have also pointed out, that actually is grounded in theory. Kasi yung parati kong sinasabi na SSS-CCC, di ba? Stay, sway, and stray. And then the CCC is consolidate, convince, control. Ang first job mo as a politician, as a candidate, is to consolidate your stays. Meaning to say, cement your base. Cement your base. Make sure na may tinutuntungan kang pundasyon. Whether it's a bailiwick, whether it's a political color, kailangan meron kang solid bailiwick na tinatayuan. Ang nangyari kay Senator Amy, she managed, I don't know if it was inadvertent, I don't know if it was wrong tactics, wrong reading of the room, but what happened to Senator Amy is she managed to alienate both bases. Meron siyang dalawang base. Marcos ang apelido niya, for crying out loud. She's a Marcos, for crying out loud. So obviously the low-hanging fruit are the loyalists and the solid north and the taga-suporta ni PBBM. She managed to alienate that group. And then yung quote-unquote fallback niya, kasi alam naman ng lahat ng tao, malapit siya kay Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. So yung fallback niya, yung Duterte camp, na-alienate din niya somehow because, again, through, I don't know if it was tactical misreading or what, but sinama siya dun sa alyansa, sinama siya dun sa administration slate, hindi siya sinama sa PDP slate. And again, she's still a Marcos, so even the Dutertes are not quite convinced, leaving her with an empty bag, unfortunately.
Yung dalawang two other C's and two other S's.
Well, yung S, let's go to the next S. So after you consolidate your stays, you convince the sways, the soft votes who are somewhat somewhat on the bubble, somewhat thinking about voting you, they're aware of you, pero kailangan nila ng reason to believe para iboto ka. Ang problema, when you're trying to convince sways, the key factor of that is you have a solid demarcation line. Saan ka ba nakatuntong? So the sways are not quite convinced because they're thinking, paano tayo masisway nitong tao na to? Hindi nga natin alam. Ano ba to? Manchurian candidate ba to? Pag yan ba nahalal, will she be the secret agent of the Marcoses for the Dutertes in case things go not the administration's way? So it's that lack of, I don't want to call it integrity. That's too big a word. But it's that lack of a solid stance that's not convincing the sways. Yung
Neither
strays
here
you're
nor
supposed
there.
to neither here nor there. Sabi nga nila, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Okay.
Yung controlling the strays, I don't know if her social media team is doing a good job at hitting the bashers. I don't know if she's letting go of opportunities. For example, si Sal Panelo, inupakan siya. Dapat ba sinagot niya yon? Dapat ba inaddress niya yon? So, hindi na nako-control yung mga narrative sa kanya na she is indeed namamangka sa dalawang ilog. So that's all a mixture, a recipe, a perfect storm of free falling, as it were. Nakakagulat. Shell-shocked. I'm sure you're very shell-shocked kasi you're coming from a position wherein Aimee Solucion, good campaignable. My goodness, hindi naman siguro it's not an unknown fact naman na may budget sila. Their ad spend is among the top. So imagine you had all of those tools, you had all of those inherited pluses, yung incumbencies na tinatawag natin. And I don't mean incumbent as in nakaupo, but apart from that, kasama na yun, nakaupo siya, diba? Literally. And she had those other strengths. And then for it to just spiral like this, I'm sure that the campaign team of Senator Aimee are shell-shocked.
Pero ito, napansin ko, di ba, recently nagkaroon siya ng hearing ng kanyang Select Committee on Foreign Relations kung saan basically, nakita naman yan bilang pagtatanggol dito sa mga Duterte. And the impression is that she's doubling down on her support for the Dutertes. At this stage in the campaign, is that too late for that? Yung talagang linawin na niya, sige, Duterte na ako. Wala na ako sa Marcos.
Nilinaw na nga, number one, iba yung I'm sure lahat naman tayo napanood yung hearing, iba yung sharp, inquisitive questions sa pointed and antagonistic questions. Si Senator Aimee medyo pointed di ba? She drew a line in the sand and clearly disapproval ang tema. She disapproved of the arrest. She was trying to debunk its legality. She was trying to point out na mali ito. And then shortly after that, talagang officially tumiwalag na siya. Sinabi niya, I'm leaving, I'm an independent. But huwag nating kalimutan, prior to that happening, hindi na siya tinawag sa mga rally ng alyansa. Mismong kapatid niya, Pangulo, nung ina-announce yung roster of candidates, hindi siya sinama. Imagine how confusing that is for the loyalists. Now, to your question, I'll circle back. What they're probably doing here is analyzing the data. Siguro nakita nila yung suction effect, yung rebound na nangyari kay Senator Bongo na biglang nag-number 1. Senator Bato, who was previously hanging on to the fringes at 13 to 15, biglang ngayon pasok sa hanging by a hair on his head. Okay. Hanging, or maybe the hair of his chinny chin chin. O, di ba? At 13 to 15 siya dati. Ngayon, medyo he's slowly crawling into the safe zone of the top 12, no? Because of that suction effect. Siguro that what Senator Aimee's handlers or she herself are thinking, alam mo, go for broke na tayo. Total, hindi naman bobong Pilipino. Nakita naman nila yung hearing. Alam naman nila na Duterte na tayo. Sige, let's double down on it already. Let's hope that this somehow consolidates those SS. the stays, no? At least magkaroon tayo ng base. Magkaroon tayo ng baluarte na Duterte votes. Is it too late? Let's see what the next survey will do, how she will fare in the next survey, and let's see how she will leverage on this kung talagang all-out attack mode siya laban sa administrasyon.
Pero di ba ang difference is that the likes of Bato or Bongo, hindi naman sila nadikit doon sa administration ticket. From the very start, Duterte ito mga ito. Eh si Amy, nadikit sa Marcos slate. Tapos ngayon bigla siyang linya. Clearly.
Napakabait mo nga iyan. siguro it must be your Thomasian upbringing eh. Kasi at least yun pa yung pinoint out mo eh. Yun na nga eh. Yun yung pinoint out mo eh. Na hindi siya kasama sa slate eh. Completely looking over and glossing over the more glaring fact in neon lights that her last name is Marcos. She's the president's sister, di ba? Which cannot be said of Bato and cannot be said of Bongo. Ito kapatid ng presidente, kapatid ng pangulo. So yes, to your point, it will be much harder for her to pivot kasi there will always be those lingering questions. How do you answer that? Manchurian candidate ba to? Ano ba to? Ito ba yung alas? Ito ba yung safety eject button ng mga Marcos just in case makabalik ang Duterte? At least meron silang back channel na magmamasahe, oy, wag niyo naman masyadong yariin yung mga dating nakaupo. Anyway, Senator Amy is there to be your friend and to be the bridge builder. So again, there's that eh.